Today we're gonna share with you our mobile home kitchen renovation. Prior to moving here, I did do a walkthrough of this property and I did a walkthrough of this mobile home, but prior to that, I had never set foot in a mobile home, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, I think mobile homes always have gotten a bad rap. So when I came and looked at this place, I took pictures, I came by myself and I would send them to you. And so before we moved and we actually bought the place, you had never even seen the mobile home in real life.
Prior to moving here, I had never stepped foot in this place. I've only seen it through pictures. I had a lot of anxiety on what to expect when I arrived here. So I had to have a lot of trust in him that he knew what he was doing when he picked out a home for us.
If you know a thing about mobile homes, they're made very, I'm gonna say, affordably. This place had all carpet. We put some laminate flooring in, and the kitchen was basically falling apart. I mean, it was very cheap. It wasn't even real wood. It was like more particle wood. It had cupboards all in here, cupboards down below. So the kitchen was probably the last thing that we renovated. I didn't want to get too crazy in getting super nice cupboards. We wanted it to be minimal, but clean looking, modern looking, simple, and functional.
We chose open shelving in our kitchen for a couple of different reasons. One of them was that it was going to be more affordable for us. Another reason why we chose open shelving was because we like the minimalistic look, just like a bare essentials kitchen. Also for functionality, I find it easier for me to get things and to see where things are at. We felt that this style was efficient for us because without doors and cupboards, it forces us to be intentional about the things that we own. Without cupboard doors, it forces you to be neat and clean and only have the things that you really do use in your home, which we got rid of a lot of stuff before we left it in California.
It forces you to be organized. It forces you to not just throw something in the cupboard where it gets lost, because you can see everything that you have here, and this is all we have. So I think it just helps and keeps you organized.
And from over collecting things that you don't need.
Yeah, that too.
A couple of cons about having open shelving. I would say there's probably about 3 things that we didn't think that would bother us too much. It gets really dusty and you just have to constantly, if you don't use a dish for a very long time, you just remember to wash it before or wipe it down before you use it. Another one of the cons was, we mentioned before, it's open. Everybody who walks in your house can see what you have, so be neat and orderly and tidy. One last con about having open shelving is that you kind of want your dishes to match, and whatever you display up here in the shelving, you kind of want it to have a nice flow to it. Otherwise, it can start looking like a thrift store bric-a-brac section.
Yeah, for sure.
But otherwise, I love having the open shelving. This is our homeschooling section here. I love this little cutout nook that Jason made for us. We do homeschool here. In this area, Penelope has her desk. Most of the time we're outside, but if we happen to be inside, I keep our books here and some markers, pencils, and paper that we're using.
Keeping the theme of being minimal and trying to keep it simple, I made these cupboards here, or these shelves actually, out of 2x4s. It's all 2x4 construction. We kept it just a natural wood. As you can see, we kept it so you can actually see like the end. Like I could have covered this. It kind of looks unfinished. I think it looks good that way. Like it just feels more natural, more minimal. We have these crates here that we use to keep like all of our utensils and like our forks and knives. We have this little tray that we keep up here. Before we moved, we had a lot more kitchen items than this, but we really narrowed it down to what we actually use and what we actually need. Being that it is open shelving, you can also see the plumbing, which I imagine some people might not like, but it doesn't bother us. This mobile home also had a built-in kitchen table here, and it was falling apart, so we ripped it out and we added our own kitchen table, keeping it very minimal. We didn't need anything fancy, we just need something to eat our food on. The countertops are also made by 2x4s that I just joined together, and I did put a finish on it. I looked at different countertops, like such as from IKEA and the big box stores. It was still a lot for this size of countertops, so I just thought, why not 2x4s? Now this countertop, being that this is pine wood, it's a softwood, so it may not last as long as, say, a butcher block top or more of a hardwood top, but we're making it work with what we have and what we can do ourselves. These brackets that we used, they're just L corner brackets. These work well, and I really like how streamlined and simple and minimal they look. For the back part here, we could have done something like really simple, just put just a piece of wood back here, but I thought, why not do something fun and different? Well, that's our kitchen. We just wanted to show you guys that, seeing what we did in our kitchen when we first moved, and we appreciate you guys watching, and we hope that you will be inspired if you need to do a kitchen, and just to kind of keep it simple, minimal, and functional, but also look modern. But I think that's it. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. Where are you going?
Sorry, okay, let's just start over again.
Oh.
I really don't know what I'm saying. I'm just making all this up. Oh, what do you want me to say? I don't even know where I'm going. Come on. Let's just start all over again.